Today in Hypixel Skyblock, we're gonna be setting up one of the best mushroom farms that you can have. Because this setup pasted right here is not the best, but it should look more or less like that. So let's get it. The first thing we're gonna need is a block zapper that we just bought for 5,000 bits, or otherwise it would cost about 3 million. Then heading back over to the dwarf garden, we're gonna go into the TheThe Sky Mart and we're gonna buy a builder's ruler, which is only 20 copper. And now it's time to sap away this farm. Luckily it's gonna be pretty quick to clean this up, but here we go. And this is the last block and boom, it's all being cleared so we could set up the farm. But we'll require a couple of more items, which is the bot-saw, and we can actually go ahead and purchase it at the builder, and luckily there's no limit for it. And while we're already at the hub, well, one more thing we actually need from the shop is a builder's wand, which is about 5.8 million or 12,000 bits. Then we'll also need launch pads, which are very cheap to craft, and teleport pads, which we can buy at the trade menu, which is only 1 enchanted Eye of Ender for 2. I'm actually so excited to set up this farm because we did some maths and apparently it could be about 6 million per hour with that farm setup. So let's get it building. And then we're also gonna require some slabs, whichever material you want to use. I'm personally gonna use quartz because it looks kind of good. And then we're gonna place down the slab right here. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another slab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Then you want to go ahead and place the slabs with the builder's ruler on top of this slab right here. Boom and boom. I forgot to mention that you want to use at first only 5 rows of the slabs. Once that's completed, you want to go ahead and just place down the bottom part. Boom, 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 boom. Then you want to pick out the pickaxe and remove the first top layer. And once that's completed, we're going to fill this builder's ruler with the boss doll. You can also actually use mycelium. It doesn't actually make a difference, but we're going to go ahead and place it down along here. But we're going to leave the slab area nice and empty. And we're also going to go ahead and make it till here. So 5 blocks done. Builder's ruler, quick, quick, quick. Done, done, done. And now we're gonna go ahead and pull out the shovel, remove it over here, remove it over here, and also I think we're gonna do the same on the other side. This is gonna be for the moving. So we're gonna do it in this one and then also this one, I believe. Now we're gonna set up the launch pads because when we're gonna be farming here, it's gonna go like this, so we don't have to move much around. It's gonna make things way better. And the settings that we have for this launch pad is horizontal strength is 5 and vertical is 1, and it's gonna be perfect to farm like this. So we're gonna place one on that side. So here we are. Boop. And we're gonna make sure that the setting is the same. So now where we're gonna be farming, it's gonna take us here, and then we're gonna place down one on that side, and the final one would be here. Now if this was already an infinitive farm, we would place down a teleport pad to go back into the beginning, but since this is not infinitive quite yet, we actually need to build about 2 more layers of this, so it's gonna be infinitive. Now we're getting close to finishing this farm, and I'm gonna tell you exactly how to farm it, but I quickly want to say thank you to TheThe because he showed me this Discord called FarmingCouncil, and Catalyst put together this amazing farm setup. And well, I'm gonna be trying out this design because as we know, the pasted farms are not the most efficient and you can build them way better on your own. Anyways, what you want to do now is plant down the mushrooms, and you can just literally spam click and it's going to be planting right here perfectly on its own. It's going to have 2 blocks in between, and then boom, done. And you want to plant it in the middle row. Just 1 row is enough, and as you can see, it's growing insanely fast. Like look at the speed that it grows. Boop. It's insane. So you just want to have 1 row planted yourself. And then let's quickly finish till the end. And boom, now it's all being planted. Let's give it a little bit of time to see how fast it grows. I'm gonna actually turn on the timer from now. So here we go. So in about 15 minutes, it's fully regrown here, one layer. But now to the question how to best farm this, and I'm gonna show you exactly once we find our fungi cutter, which is the best one to use. So firstly, what's the best speed? Well, it might be about 200. And what's the best angle? Well, if we're going this way, you want to be at 57.1. And if we go this way, in this case, you actually want to be about 147. Let's quickly see. 147. Alright, more or less something along the line. But if we use speed 233, then in that case we want to go in the angle of 120. And this way we shouldn't be switching constantly you know, the angles here. Of course, make sure that you build it free high, so it's gonna be infinitive, because this one singular here is not gonna be good enough. So 2 more layers on top of this. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you could take a moment to like and subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. And here's a video on how to become the best farmer in Hypixel Skyblock.